Hello, very warm welcome. Today we are looking at another lead code question, which is add one row to a tree. What this question says is that given a root of a binary tree, we need and a value v and a depth b, we need to add a row to the nodes with the value v at the given depth. What we mean by that is that uh, if we are given a binary tree, we need to add some set of values at a given depth of that particular tree, right? If we take that example, right, uh, it is said that the root node is at depth 1. So if I to take this example, this is say 1, this is say 2, this is say 3. These are the three levels to it. We are saying is at depth 2 add values 1. What that means is we need to kind of shift this 2 and 6 to level 3. That means 2 comma 6 will go to level 3, and my 3 1 5 will go to level 4, and my value which is given to me, which is 1, will has to go and set into level 2, right? But one thing we need to ensure is when we are shifting these down below, we are making we are not changing the structure of the tree. That will still remain intact. And in addition, if you see, right, all the nodes which are above that depth will still remain intact. There is no change in the way they were originally placed, right? So if we take this example, right, it says that okay, we need to add a value 1 at depth 2. So depth 2 here will be like 2 and 6, so we need to add 1 1 at depth 2. So now if you see, 4 is now having two child nodes which are new node, which are 1 and 1, and 1, and each node is just following the structure, and it is now fourth left is now 1 left. So what I mean by that is, originally say 4 dot left was 2, right? Now we need to change it. 4 dot left is equal to 1 now, and 1 dot left, right, is has to be now 2, right? So uh, this is how we need to kind of change that in a way that if 4 dot right will be now the value, right, and 4 dot right will be changed with the value itself, right? So how we are going to approach this problem is, I'm going to use a BFS approach, wherein I'll go and scan through the say one node, look for all the child nodes, add it to the queue. Then I'll again go and find the child nodes associated to it, add it to the queue, and so on. So I'll move one layer at a time. Now I'll move until the layer wherein I'm going to reach the depth of it. So if you see this example, right, let me kind of so if someone is saying that we need to change depth 3, that means the depth 1 and 2 will remain intact, right? 4 and 2 will remain intact, right? So I'm going to iterate through all the layers in the BFS manner until and unless I reach the depth 3. The moment I do the reach the depth 3, I'm going to, or you can say the depth 3 minus 1, because the moment I reach the node 2, which is at depth 2, I need to change the child nodes of it, and such that the child node of 2 will be the new nodes, and the new node child nodes will be now equal to the original node child node, which will be like my uh, 2 of right will be 1, which is the value, and 1 of right will be 2 of right, which is 3, right? uh, I hope you have got the fair idea what we're trying to do. Let me quickly write down the code. Maybe if you still have any confusions, any doubts, by that time we will be able to resolve that. Right, so first thing first, if I have a depth 1, that means I have only a root node. What I'm going to say is I'm going to create a new node, which is say a new root, right, which will be a new tree node. Now in this place I'll add the value which is given to me, because now my if the depth is 1, that means I need to insert the value to the root itself, right? And my new root dot left will be equal to the root which is given to me, and I'm going to simply return the new root, right? This was like, you can say, boundary condition. Now if it is not there, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my root node to the queue. That means one layer to the queue. So that will be like queue, say tree node, my queue is equal to new queue tree node, right? Now once I'm done with that, I'll add this root node to the queue, and I'll assign a depth of 1. So my queue dot enqueue enqueue my root, and I'm going to say int my depth is equal to 1, because my root is at depth 1. I'm going to iterate until unless I'm at depth -1 because I need to change the child nodes of a depth which is minus to that one, the which is given to me, because I need to insert those values to the depth. So I need to iterate through all the layers which until unless I reach depth, right? So if I go there, I'll say okay, while my depth is less than d-1, so that I reach that layer where I need to append the child nodes. What I'm going to say is I need to now find all the child nodes at that layer, which I'm looking at. So I'll say I'll create another queue, right? Which will be say my ch child nodes queue is equal to new queue tree node. Now what I'm going to say is I'm going to iterate through all the parent layer, which in this case will be my queue dot count is greater than 0, and I'm going to find all the child nodes and insert it to the child queue. So my where node will be equal to my queue dot dequeue, right? Node. Now once I'm outside this, I'll say okay, if my node dot left is not equal to null, I'll say child node my chq dot nq node dot left. Similarly, this has to be done for my right node, right and right, right. So in a way, if you see, I am at the at a given level one, which is containing root. I'm going through all the nodes which are that at that layer, finding all the childs and adding to the child node. Once I'm outside this, right, that means my that current layer is done, and I can assign my queue is now equal to chq, my chq, which will be this one. So now my first layer is done. I'm going to the next layer, and as you see, we just iterated one layer. So I'm going to say depth plus plus. That means I'll move to the next layer. Now once I'm outside this, right, and if I still have any values left to the queue, which ideally I should have, that means I am at a layer for which I need to append the child nodes, right? So what I'll say is while my queue dot count is greater than 0, right? If it is greater than 0, what I'm going to say is where node is equal to my queue dot dequeue. Now I got that layer node. Say in this example, I got my 2 layer value node 2, and what I'm going to say is I'm going to store the child node of it. So tree node say left child will be equal to node dot left. Now I'm going to say now my node dot left will be the new value, right? That will be new tree node v, which is given to me. And now what will happen is this new node which I just created, its left will be my original left, which was original left of the parent node. So node dot left, right, is equal to left child. I hope you understood this, because what I'm saying here is my parent. So if you see, right, my twos right now the child of 2 is 3. Now what I'm saying is now child of 2 has to be 1, the new value which is given to me, and the child of 1 will be the original child which was there of 3, which will be 3 now, right? So it goes like this. So 2 earlier was having 3. Now considering I'm adding something in between, I'll say okay, it will be 2 1 and 3. So the child of 3, which was a child of this one, will be now a child of this one, and this will be this one, right? So that's the intent. Now this has to go hand in hand with the right child as well. So let me make it right child dot right, right, dot right. Okay, this will again be the right child. If you see, now we are shifting layers one by one. Once I'm done, right, and my that current layer is done and everything is done, I have to just simply return the root node, right? Now this should do the trick. I hope you will have understood what we try to achieve. We went layer by layer, got all the values in that layer, then looked at all the child nodes for those that layer until unless I reached depth, which is for which I need to append I need to add a new layer. Now once I reach that layer, I'm going to play with the child nodes, making the new child nodes the value which is given to me, and grandchild of that will be the original child which was there, right? That might sound confusing, but if you follow this code, just pause the video here and just look at it. I think you will be able to pictorially able to kind of see what we're trying to do here, right? So let me go ahead and run this and see what is happening. Okay, I think I got the expected results. Let me submit it. It got accepted. So this is it, guys. I used a BFS approach. In this case, if we talk about time complexity, that will be O of n. But in this case, the space complexity will be O of, say, m, where m is the maximum size of the queue, which will never be the greater than all the nodes which I have right now, right? So that way, I'm kind of gaining some ground in terms of space complexity. We can go ahead and apply this using breadth first search, sorry, the depth first search approach as well. You can use stacks there, or you can directly use DFS approach without stacks. So in both ways work. It's just that it depends which one you're comfortable with while solving this question during the interview process. With this, I'll take your leave. In case you still have any questions, any doubts, please do reach out to me in comment section. In case you like my explanations, please do hit the like button. And in case you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.